We are playing Souls of the Demons. Time for snacking. Dude, I just had a lot of pizza. I can't even think about food right now. We went to Urban Crust because Nikki never had it before. What's that? Yeah, it's pretty tasty. What's that? Well, don't hold on one moment. I'm trying to. I'm messing with the balancing of the game audio with the chat audio because this game is loud. Okay, alright, well I set up a broadcast, so I don't know if you're... I don't know if you got a feed of it or not. Go to my Chanel. Here, I can send you a link. Go to my Chanel. Go to my Chanel. Oh, you got it? Okay. I just sent it. Okay. There he is. Or there she is. My homegirl Jim. Alright. Yeah, so I'm in this level that's like a bunch of mines and stuff, and it's a pain in the ass. Well, that was fun. I'll go reset that. Oh, is it? Hey. Is it? I think the streaming's only 30 frames, right? Does it? Okay. Well, I mean, that's cool. I can't say I've looked into it enough to know. Come on, son. Really? Get out of here. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, well, I mean, I could have sworn that I saw that the Microsoft stuff was going to be going around the $200 mark. So, I mean, it's just, I just don't understand, like... Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, now for other people, you know, their situations are different, where, like, my internet speed is such that, you know, I could download a game, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at max. Like, you know, just for example, the Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign it's almost 50 gigs. You know, on console storage, and I downloaded that to this PS5 in like, oh, I don't know, like 10 to 15 minutes max. So you know, it's like, it's not a big deal to me if I have to constantly uninstall and reinstall, because, you know, it's like, if I gotta wait a minute, then I'll just, you know, mess around with my phone or something until it's ready. And then on top of that too, you know, they got instances where, oh, you don't have to have the full thing downloaded in order to play it. Like, for example, when I was downloading, oh man, I can't remember what it was now, but I was downloading something, and I was asked, like, oh, what do you think you're going to play first with your game? Is it going to be the single player or the multiplayer? And I chose the single player or whatever, right? and then it notifies me when it's ready to play, even though it's still downloading. So, you know, I mean, there's definitely some, you know, quality of life things with, you know, with that. Yes. Yeah, I want to say PS4 did that too. Because like you could download something and it would have it would split the download bar into two, and it would then um, you know, just say, oh, once you reach this threshold, you can then fire the game up or what have you. Um, oh man, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. These Souls games, they just have like a ton of jank in them that I personally don't care for. Like, okay, so best developer of all time that so many people hold in high regard can't implement a jump button into your game or whatever. So you can't like there's no jumping. But then of course, dude, like the way this level is designed, you have no choice but to fall and lose health. Like I personally think it is stupid. And it's not even a get good thing. It's just like that's just cheap. Cuz like okay, so if you I don't know if you can see everything I'm seeing right now, but there's just this tiny bit of platform down there that I have to get to because there's no ladders. I can't jump across over there. Like I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I'm not gonna lie. I mean, so far while this game has been really cool, I hate this level. I do not like this level at all. But all right, so here goes. Hope I don't fall to my death. I just lost some health. Like I just think I just did you say jump? Like bitch, I can't. Oh yeah. So then you gotta look around for another place where you can fall and lose a portion of your health, which is down here, where that slash is. So I'll fall, lose like 25% of my health. And then because again there's no jump or anything, you can embrace the jank and walk across this like paper thin beam. And then you're over here. Where these Huh? Oh, I have no idea. But yeah, these crystal lizards are in the world, and they have, you know, crafting materials for whenever you want to upgrade your weapons and stuff. Definitely, if you find those, you got to pursue them and take them down because if they spend too much time running away from you, they will disappear. And to my knowledge, they don't come back. To my knowledge, they don't come back, but I don't know how true that is because I've gone through this area plenty of times because I've died a lot, and I've found these here. So I don't know. I don't know how true that is, or if there's like a designated number for times they spawn or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's capped. Yes, it is. Yeah, 100%. 100% RPG. Like, I probably should have done a magic build. Because you know, I kind of just jumped in and didn't even think about it. But then I was reading up on the game a little bit. People are saying magic builds are seriously OP in this game. And in this level too, there's a ton of fire-based enemies, and apparently they're crazy weak against magic. And then naturally, of course, I don't have a magic build, so I have to sit there and just, yeah, pretty much, I just have to get my shit pushed in. Wrecked. Alright, so... Brutal. Oh. See? I'm dead. Hate this level so much. Everybody gonna be like, get good, scrub, and I'm gonna be sitting there like, learn how to design levels. Like, there's no excuse for that retardedness. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit there and suck this company's dick all day long. Like, that's just stupid. Like, yeah, I like Bloodborne a lot just because I love the art style, I think, more than anything else about that game. But I still think there's jank in that game too. Like, these games are not perfect at all, and I don't understand why so many people like just sit there and think they're the second coming of Christ in gaming. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, I think out of all of the, I think out of all these types of games that From Software made, um, I definitely like Bloodborne the most. But I think the best combat in all of them so far, if it ain't Bloodborne, it's definitely Sekiro. Sekiro was pretty stinking good. The only thing I didn't like about Sekiro really was that there wasn't a whole lot of variety to the fighting, I guess. And all I mean by that is it's like you're stuck with the katana the whole game. There's no axes, there's no weapon variety. But also, I would argue that Sekiro was less of an RPG though. Like, you didn't have stats that you buffed out or anything like that. Like, you didn't do character builds or anything like that. It was a narrative focused, action game about a shinobi. Which it was actually pretty cool. I mean, the soundtrack was awesome. The gameplay was a lot of fun. Because what was kind of cool was that it. Oh wow, I'm dead. Great. It took the combat and kind of turned it on its head to where it reminded me a little bit of Neo, where you could just wear down the stamina of an enemy. That way, you broke their posture, and then it lined them up for a killing blow. And so basically, like, you didn't have to wear down the health of an enemy to kill them. You could just set them up for a death blow and get them in one hit, basically. I really like that aspect of it. Wow, I just got wrecked. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this level. Just kind of messing around at this point. But oh yeah, so this place there was a gigantic spider boss here, and a friendly player decided to let me summon him, and he helped me out. So, like, it's kind of like we mentioned last stream that there is a multiplayer aspect to this, or I think I mentioned it. It was either the last stream or the one prior, but yeah, there's a multiplayer aspect to this, and you can summon other players to come help you, or you can invade another player's game and try to kill them and stuff. Yes, and that was in Souls games, and awesome. Just got completely obliterated by that. Brutal, savage, wrecked. Yes. Absolutely, taken down. Brutal, savage, wrecked. Then there's this fat fuck with fire magic. Yep. Come on, son. I don't know. Oh, moongrass. Healing items. You're supposed to take it and shove it up your bum. Hello? Yes, that is definitely it, Jasmine. You better bring it. Okay. How many avocados? 10 avocados a week. Uh, Call Grandma take bags. Are you eating an avocado right now? Yes. Yeah, for the love of God, don't share anything. Mm-hmm. Nice. No, not at all. Bring your folder each day. Don't return anything. These are my favorite things of all time. She likes what? Oh, Peppa Pig. How old is she again? Okay. Yeah, when my nieces were around that age, they were really big into Peppa Pig. I mean, they're still into it kind of now, but definitely not as much as they used to be. Like my kid's broken. Haley.exe has stopped working. Yeah, it was a Haley.exe has encountered a problem and needs to close. Severe critical error. Dang it. The jank. The jank. Wait, there we go. Wait, can I do it? I don't know if I can or not. How'd somebody get up there? This game sucks. Literally unplayable. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Or there's a way to just come out the other... Is there even anything over there? Yeah, okay. I'm done messing with that. No. And besides, I looked over there, and it doesn't look like that path even went anywhere. So I'm not sure if somebody just found a glitch of some kind and found this was over there because they put a marker on the ground for the like a message. So I mean, it's possible to get over there. I just don't know how. But even then, like I looked over there on the platform, and it doesn't look like it led anywhere. So I'm just like, nah, fam, I'm good. It's fake news. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, so this... Oh, really? I thought you could... I thought you could travel to different... I thought you could travel to different places instead of having to go back to the Nexus. Like, I thought someone mentioned that specifically. But, I don't know. I don't know, this game kinda sucks. Just kidding. Wait, who are you?
Wow,
Oh,
I
it's
remember
Patches.
you. Well, we've long been acquainted, so I'll give you a good price, eh?
What are you selling? Moongrass? Archstone transports back to the Nexus. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely need arrows. I actually do. Unable to purchase. Excuse me?
Well, do it.
I don't have any ammo, so what the hell is it talking about? Maybe everything I'm carrying now. Let's go check it out.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
What is this? Restore a weapon to its original state. Yeah, so there is an encumbrance or item, excuse me, an item burden type thing. So, have to check it out, see how much all this stuff is, how much it all weighs. See, like, I got a ton of shards, it's taking up a bunch of weight. Well, look at the... Well, there, it's like a, it's like a item limit, right? If you're burdened so much. No, it just limits what you can carry. Like all that full moon grass, it weighs, almost 17 weight points. So these are throwing knives. What is this? A soul? Pine resin? A stone that radiates light when exposed to the air. I mean, it doesn't... I'm a priest. Yeah, so... Yeah, it says I'm a priest class, and in the beginning... Actually, wait, I am in the Nexus, so wait, let me check this out. I'm gonna experiment real quick. Because I noticed this... Because... What's that? Not really sure. I still don't really know what you're getting at. Oh. Not particularly, because the only special ability I have right now is like a healing spell. As far as I know, I don't have any specific buffs or anything like that. I mean, whenever you choose your class, it definitely has a pre-roll of the stats of the character. Like, so you don't start off with the same vitality, intelligence, like all your attribute points down there at the bottom left. Like, you don't start off with the same stuff for every class. So depending on what class you pick, it's rounded out different ways. Faith has to do faith has to do with the strength of miracle spells. So like so the healing spell, for example, it'll make it way stronger. So like instead of maybe like a partial heal, maybe it's a half heal or a full heal. Here I'll actually go to the person that levels you up because it actually has descriptors of all the attributes.
Thou seekest the power of the soul, no? Then touch the demon.
Touch the demon inside me. No. So vitality, obviously health and item burden, intelligence increases magic capacity. Your endurance is stamina stuff. Strength, pretty self-explanatory. Dexterity, physical defense, and damage that you get from falling. So definitely want a dexterity build. Magic, obviously the power of magic, and then faith raises miracle power, miracle memory, and magic defense. I don't know what miracle memory is. Maybe that means like how many of those spells you can hone at one time. I don't really know what that even means. And then luck, of course, is item discovery and stuff like that.
I shall await thy return, slave.
Yes. Poison resistance, status effects. Maybe, just increases your resistance to poison, because I think you do have a stat for that. I actually do think that's how it works, but I'm not sure though. Let's make offering. Give an offering of 25,000 souls? Bitch, I don't even have 25,000 souls! What's wrong with you? How many souls does this give me? 400? Get the hell out of here. I want to know if I can make another character. I can't.
Thou see, then touch the
Actually.
I am here for thee, and thee.
Well, before I
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
organize my storage. The Ring of Strength. Was this Cling Ring? Was it? Reduces the loss of HP sustained in soul form. That's right. Yeah, I like that one. And Flame Resistance Ring. I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Ah. Yeah, when it comes to, like gear drops, I'm not really too sure. I'm pretty sure that they are RNG because like I've picked up arrows from enemies that didn't even have a bow. um, uh, well, it's got multiplayer aspects. Like you can, like I said, you can put yourself in a position where you can be summoned by other players, and then you can do co-op with them until you die. Like I summoned a guy to help me in a boss fight, and then when he died, I never saw him again. But what's kind of cool is now, since I've never done the supporting piece yet, I'm wondering if I'm sure it's the case, but when you assist somebody in their game, I'm sure you get the XP and all that kind of stuff too. But I'm not sure. And then of course you can also invade as you can invade another person's game and be hostile and do like a PvP element if you want. I did that a lot when I was wrapping up Dark Souls 3 because it was a achievement or trophy, whatever. I get those mixed up, get those terms mixed up, and I don't even play Xbox. I don't know why, because I like that song "Trophies" by Drake. I'm surprised. Okay, so I have a lot of crafting materials that's taking up a bunch of weight. Like right here, something that's taking up a bunch of weight. Maybe I can. I don't really have much to put in storage, but let me check it out. Well, first off, I guess I'll repair all my equipment. Then what can I upgrade? Can I upgrade the axe again? I can. Or no, I can't. I need need 6 hardstone shards and I only have 1. Guess I can upgrade the bow. Or
You come back alive.
well, let me see if he's.
I can forge weapons for you.
The what? Yeah, I think with what's today, the 18th? Whatever the date the new expansion that comes out, that's got Rambo, Molina, and Rain in it. I still can't believe you put Rambo in it. It's just completely absurd. I mean, in a good way. It's just, I tell you what though, like that Mortal Kombat is definitely the best fan service I think I've ever seen in any game, maybe ever. Like they brought back the Shang Tsung, the Mortal Kombat character, but then they decided to go above and beyond and get the actor who played him in the film to do the performance capture or whatever, voice, looks like him, all that kind of stuff. You know, just the amount of just love that seems to be put in this game. And then, of course, on top of that, too, like, people debate me about it, and that's fine. You know, people got their preferences, but it's my favorite fighting game in a long time. Because I just love the pacing of the fighting in that one more than the previous ones that came out. Like, I love MKX, but man, how frenetic and crazy that fighting was. And don't get me wrong, it was cool because the combos were nuts and insane if you could pull them off. If you ever watch videos of Maximilian Dude playing MKX, it's pretty incredible. But he loves that game. But he's not really a big fan of MK11 now. Like, my perspective is kind of different. Like, I actually like how methodically paced the fighting in MK11 is. A lot of people love the big, crazy, 25 hit combos, and that's fine. I do too. I mean, I did them in MKX when I played in MKX, but I just kind of like the whole, almost strategic aspect of the slower paced combat in MK11. I feel like I'm playing MK2. Like, back when I was young. I don't know. But anyway, so let me see here. Short sword. Do they have... That's all this guy's got? This guy sucks.
No interest, eh?
Let me go back to that Patches guy. Where did I find him? Is he up here? Yeah.
Well, we've long been acquainted.
What do you got? Armor? He doesn't even have... Oh, look at that right there. So, I told you that, I told you that some stuff is not auto regen, and you'd have to, but there are items in the world that'll let you, let things auto regen. So right there, this guy sells a ring that restores, magic over time. Mana. So, but you need 60,000. You need 60,000 souls to buy it. I'm just like, ouch. Because that'd take me a while.
Well, do as you please.
Right now, I only got 1,200. But are you talking like total, like altogether? I think you can actually look that up. Let me check. Hold on. Go up here. Yeah, again, like I told you before, I've never played this game, so I don't recall where anything is or whatever. I'm just kind of learning this as I go. That's kind of another design thing that people either like or hate. This game is deliberately obscure, and you kind of have to just figure stuff out. Like, there's a whole thing in this game called world tendency, and not really anybody even knows what it does. Like, you seriously kind of have to look up a guide on what it is. Because I don't even know what the hell it is. Like, I don't even know what that means. But it's there. Jim. Anyway, so... Hey, Jim. Okay, most souls obtained, 137,355. And... I could have, but I also had a weak ass character. I had to do something, man. And besides, I just met that Patches dude in this new world that I just showed off to you. Gosh, giving me shit. Could have bought 2 rings, yeah. Could have bought 2 rings, even though I just met this asshole. Hell yeah, I suck toes. Good afternoon, welcome to Pop Copy. Can I help you? Oh, so okay, so when I went and did this level the other day when I showed you, there was that guy at the end of that bridge that was big and nasty and he'd wreck you really fast. So I got that dude figured out and I can kill him pretty much every time. They don't. Well, let's check it out because typically these dudes only really do like single digits or very small double digits. Like right there, he gave me 11. Like the soul count's in the top right of the screen. So usually with the trash mobs, it's always been like single digits or very small double digits. Like these only do 8. These only do 8 at a time. Um, this stays the same. Like because this is considered early game, this stays the same. But again, I also say too, these trash mobs, even from the very beginning of the game, they went down really fast. Like even when my character was hot garbage, like they still went down really fast. Oh my god. Wait. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of best that you take care of those flame sword guys because there are flammable barrels around here, and if they hit them, you definitely go bye-bye. But it is kind of funny though, if you come down this place from the opposite direction... Oh. What an idiot. He survived the fall though, good for him. Yeah, if you come down this way from the other direction, that guy that I just killed and then that dude who fell, they will come up and hit these and kill themselves, and it's kind of fun to watch. Maybe he'll follow me? But anyway, alright. I'm not gonna waste my time, so this is just, well, you know, such a negligible amount of souls or whatever, I'm not gonna worry about it. And there's this Chungus, he's pretty easy to deal with. See? Yeah, I do too. It's just a good word, good solid word, you know. Like shotgun, ash can, tow truck, Chungus. What is that? What is that? Is that? What is the one? Yeah, a man's name, you know, like Chuck Steak. Yeah, like what happened to Eddie? You know, like what happened to Eddie who was here a minute ago? Yeah, hey Joey, how are you? Yeah. What's your name? Todd. I'm Todd, and this is Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent. like, like these are not real names. Yeah, yeah. It's like what is that? Yeah, he just goes. It's like what happened? Todd and Cody and Dylan and Cameron and Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd. Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks. Yep. Yes. See? See, and he had 2,000. And he had full moon grass, which does a lot of healing. Quite a bit. But so you know, if you wanted to farm a bunch of souls when you're really low level, basically the whole trick with that guy, and you know, the other thing is like once you figure out how an enemy works, you're just like, dang, I feel really stupid. But like with that guy, even though he's like a spear dude and they have a ton of reach or whatever, that guy, you know, just hold up your shield that's got really good physical defense or whatever. Just go up and block the attack, and then it kind of staggers him, and then you just go up and, you know, do a hit and not get greedy with it. Take him down like really fast. But that guy holds, you know, like 2,000 souls. Like other than a boss, I think he's the most lucrative enemy in the game so far. Let's just try this. just bash that dude with the shield. Got a 2 for there. This guy fell. Yeah, I need to do something about my item encumbrance because it's. Oh yeah, and here's another thing too. I don't know if you can sell items or not, but I did notice that. I did notice that I'm picking up a ton of gear pieces that just suck. Like just now, I picked up it said soldier's shield. I have like 27 of those in storage, and it's like I can't do anything with them, and they're not as good as this other shield that I got right now. Like, see, this shield defended against fire damage. I mean, you know, there's no point, no point. Oh, get out of here. And man, the damn scalpers, dude. Well, and I don't know if COVID, I don't know how badly COVID has affected the manufacturing base of it. I mean, I'm sure it has, but I'm curious about what kind of, like, to what end, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, other than the shortages of, like, things like toilet paper and stuff, I mean, everything else that we've ever needed to buy at a store has been in stock, so. Alright, yeah. That's cool, man. I'll let you go. I'm gonna figure out some stuff with this game, I guess, or I don't know. Maybe I'll fire up Days Gone to see about the PS5 improvements because I'm hearing the PS5 is running that game at 60 and stuff. So maybe I'll try that out and give it a spin. Yeah, yeah, you very well could. Um, and if you are looking for stuff to play, in the meantime, until you do get one, there's, I was gonna say PS Plus is doing free stuff. I think was it the free games this month or Shadow War and was it Hollow Knight? Yeah, it was. It was Hollow Knight. Yeah, and Bug Snacks on PS5. That game's a trip. Maybe I'll finish that. I don't know. I played it for like a half an hour to an hour, and this game is goofy. It's kind of the point, though, I guess. But all right, man. Well, anyway, I'll let you go. I know you got to get up early, and I actually got to leave early tomorrow. Too. I gotta go to the dentist. Yep. All right. Well, sounds good, dude. You take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, you too. See ya. Bye. Alright. Left the voice chat. I was talking to my buddy that to try and get his hands on one of these consoles too, but crap happens. But here we are. Yeehaw. Dragon sounds very angry. ahead and reset this. Plus 0. Get out of here. Just an innocent farmer tending to my memes. My memes. Just gonna farm. Give me the plow, boys. About to go farming. Oh, son. Yay.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Definitely gonna try to figure this game out.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you. Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
And we'll try this shield out. I'm just gonna stock all that up for now because I can't really do anything with it. I don't have enough souls to do any upgrading. About oh no, I did not mean to do that. There it is. What about the crisp blade again? I remember there were some things I meant to go back to and look at, but I didn't have enough stats at the time. Oh, it's right. It's got magic attacks and stuff. Dang. Yeah, I'll retrieve it. Give it a shot. Yeah, just for the sake of trying it out. Yeah, I haven't really come across anything that's poisoned me or anything like that, so I might as well just put it back. And this, I don't really know what that. Alright, I shall return. Alright, sorry about that. Had to go do important business in my office. So let's check this out here. Alright, so I'm not as overburdened anymore.
You have a heart of gold.
I want to see what kind of upgrades though.
I can forge weapons for you.
Like, can you upgrade my great axe? He can. Cool. You upgrade my shield? I don't have materials. Oh, the hardstone shard. Got it. Dang it. Same with that. That's too bad. Because right now this battle axe does more damage. Dang.
No interest, eh? I can tell you're not going to last long.
Well, right now I
I'm keeping a close watch.
can't even upgrade any of that gear. So I'll go ahead and put it back. Put the great axe back.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, dude.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Stockpile, Thomas. Those are bolts.
You have a heart.
I actually do need arrows. Yeah, I need arrows. I think Patches was selling them.
Well, we've long been.
Heavy arrows, right? Yeah, why not? 'Cause I'm gonna need them against the, definitely gonna need them against the tentacle things that come out of the ground. Because they do a lot of damage.
Nice stuff, eh? Come again then.
Come again, then. I don't have the stats to use the weapon. What am I missing? Oh, I don't have the high enough magic level. Dang, I'm a scrub. Dang, that sucks. I kind of wanted to try this. That's too bad. Well, this is a weapon for another time.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on you. You have a heart of gold.
Let me unequip it.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Oh, I think that's dumb. Like, it's just... Like, I get it. People... It's not even equipped!
You have a heart of gold. Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish people, like, would get over the nostalgia bit and just accept, like, changes that would be better in the long term. Like, I get it. People want to keep it to where, you know, they want a true, authentic, you know, remake. Like, they want all the jank left in it, and just like, why? Because some design choices of developers back in the day just would not hold up now, or they wouldn't be excused now. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being really nitpicky today. Yeah, let's try this purple flame shield out. Forgot to equip the talisman. Handcrafted metal amulet featuring symbolic depiction of God used to cast miracles. Miracle must be learned, must be committed to memory, and a talisman must be equipped. And it's this talisman. Acquired NP must be available. Okay. Well, I wonder where I learned the other miracles. I don't know. But again, I'm not very far. So maybe we'll... Alright, let's go farm XP one more time. And we'll call it a day. Laying down the law. Yay. Bye. Crunchy. Gotta go right now. Bye-bye. Do. That's weird. To me, it looked like he killed the one behind him before the one in front of me. I don't know. That's probably just a perspective thing. Yeah, why not? Just in case. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Run away. There we go. Bring it. Yeah. Yeah, when they do the... Yeah, when he does the shield bash, you have to be very careful because he'll follow up immediately and the shield bash breaks your guard whenever he does that. But as you can see though, like once you just deflect his regular spear attacks, it's really easy to, you know, take him down. In the beginning, I was just like, dude, he's doing so much damage to the guard, and he just does so much damage on the regular, you know, when attacks connect anyway. He was pretty intimidating at first. Once you figure him out, he's, you know, not too bad. Now this guy, the king, or whatever the heck his name is, he's magical. Look at that. Look at all that damage he just did. Really? Like just one hit? Ugh, it is what it is. Now I gotta go back and get all of it. Ugh. I don't want to lose that, that's for sure. Not too sure what the deal is with that guy anyway. Alright, so I'm just gonna book it. Just gonna book it. I don't feel like wasting my time fighting these people. Really? There we go. Didn't really lose anything. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the miracle spell that I have, you know? So I'm just trying to remember to use that more than the consumables because that stuff can replenish. And this is also like a really good area to just farm the moongrass because of the, you know, the big guys. Obviously the big red dude that, you know, with the spear, it's a really good resource for pretty good healing items. You know, and these people too, you know, even though the crescent moon grass is a very small healing item, still a healing item nonetheless. So it's not bad loot. Got him. Boom. Moongrass. Bam. Come on, boy. Damn. I didn't even get one hit on him yet. God, just like it's so silly how much like it just doesn't matter. It breaks your guard and it damages you so much. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure this dude out. Just kind of silly. Alright, now I'm just gonna run past all these dudes. Oh my god. That's what I get. Oh yeah, and this little shoving thing, like, that is annoying. It's all get out. Because I'm sitting there, like, I'm trying to just attack a dude, and then he just shoves them forward instead. Like, I don't understand, like, why this is even in the game. It's like it's there just to frustrate you, because it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't even provide a big enough opening for you to even attack them, because they recover from it after you do it. So I don't even know why it's even there. But, you know, it is what it is. Get out of here. Alright. Let's go. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. Wow, that was one hit. Alright. I ain't even mad at that. Alright. Got them all back. Come on, boy. No. Got him. There we go. Just gonna keep on moving. Oh. Just running around, I ain't paying attention to my screen, folks. Go ahead and throw it. What? Come on. Wow. Alright, fine. What do you got? Sure. There we go. It's got a ton of moon grass. Got them both. Alright. Lucky shot. There we go. Yeah, these dudes are down in one hit now. Alright. I've never bothered trying to take anybody or take them down without using the boulders. I only knew they were there because of a message that other person put in the environment. Like, what's with the +0 souls, man? Is it because I'm farming? Either that, or I killed him so quick it tallied everything up at once in the beginning. Like, God, I hate this shoving thing. I don't understand. I'd be like literally right on him. Just having fun right now. Not even really trying. Because now all these enemies don't do very much damage anymore. Just kind of hanging out. I still can't find a crossbow. And if you can get one, I don't know where. I do know that there's enemies, or not enemies, but dragons over here off to this side. And there's loot, but the character doesn't go far enough for me to, or not go far enough, but doesn't move fast enough for me to be able to go and get it without getting hurt really bad. There's all that loot over there, but then the dragon's like, ah, bro. Like, look at that. That's just... Well, that's one way to do it. Nice. I figured it out. I figured it out. Like I didn't even read. Like I didn't even look up a guide or nothing. I just thought like, oh, what happens if I move over here? Yeah, he definitely focuses more time there. Alright, let's see if I can... Yep, move. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay, I just really need to... What? Okay. Alright, let's try that again. A flame resistance ring. So I gotta worry about getting bitch slapped by that tail, by the dragon booty. Okay. Come on, come on. I got all of it. Ooh. That was intense. Okay. Cool. Look forward to treasures. Oh yeah, I already got this stuff over here. Okay. So, just for the sake of trying... Alright, so... Okay. Definitely heal. Ring of Great Strength. Raises equipment weight limit. Does it say by how much? Herculean Strength. Yeah, I already knew about that. Flame Resistance Ring. Does it change? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, purple flame shield. Oh yeah! I don't even know why I didn't think about that. Let's just test it. Dude. That's pretty sick. Now, just out of curiosity... Still getting used to the controls. Okay, I'm done messing with this. Well, that was fun. I really didn't anticipate that. There we go. Go back this way, loop around, go back to the checkpoint. Might have to fight my way through some things, but... Ring my bell, baby! Another soldier shield. I really wish you could, like, deconstruct the materials or sell them, or sell the items, you know? I just don't understand the... Like, what's the point of all this loot if... No! Well, at least I died right there. Don't have to go very far to get all my stuff back. I don't know why I thought it was closer to the bottom. Oh well. Man, get out of here. Yeah, that's what you get for hitting me. Let's go get my stuff. Stone shard. There's my stuff. Ooh, now that all those enemies came back. Ooh, that ghost who came right by. Wee. The sound that plays through the plays when the souls get siphoned. It's a cool sound. Even the headphones sounds pretty cool. And, also comes through the controller. Kind of nice. Like a total complete Beast mode. Yay! 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 Wow, for some reason it's actually a lot easier to take them on when you're flanking them like that. Wonder why. Come on, dude. No idea how that hurt me, but okay. Jank. What'd you get for hitting me? Knocking me off like that. Okay. I don't know, it's like audio was cutting in and out, and I'm just, we're not cutting in and out, but it's like the levels were going down and then going right back up. It's almost like, reminds me of when, in the previous headset that I owned, it would basically beep when it was telling you the battery was low. So I was just checking the menu to see what the battery levels were. The controller actually has less battery than the headset does, so I'm not really too sure what's up with that. Just weird volume dips. I just realized I'm almost dead. Just keep on moving. Alright guys, I'm going to do this last round here and then call it a day. On the stream at least. Might fire up Days Gone for the first time just to see what it's like on the PS5. I bought it late last year, but it's just something I never got around to playing. But I did buy it. I did buy it for like $20 or so at the time. I think that's still about what it goes for now. So don't feel like I got, you know, don't feel like I got, you know, gypped or anything. I just do have this tendency to buy stuff when I know I'm not going to play it anytime soon. I really need to get out of that habit. But to be fair, you know, at least I didn't buy it full price, you know, like, that would have been a big regret, if I had it. If I had, rather. Alright. Let's kill these guys. Alright. Then we can kill the big dude over here, and I think we're good. Yeah, got greedy there. Because when he does the shield bash, it's bad news bears when he does that. Because it breaks your guard. And Homeboy is really strong. Let's just see. Let's just see if I can do it. Let's see if I can get a hit on him. God, that's so silly. Like... Okay, like, man, I swear, it's the same problem I have with all the games, all these games. They can attack you through walls, but, you know, get good. Like, it's just, that's so stupid to me. Like, that is not brilliant game design. And it's funny how people will defend that. Like, oh yeah, it's just so brilliant. They can attack you through walls, get good. No, that's crappy game design, folks. I'm sorry. Like, there's no getting around that. I'm gonna sit there and... I'm not gonna... Oh, that's what I get for... That's what I get for talking smack. Get out of here. Just... I mean, and yeah, I mean, then of course there's the jankiness of some of the spear enemies, like, because I also had this problem in Sekiro too, where you would be locked onto an enemy and then you try to roll out of their way, but they just auto lock onto you. In Sekiro, I jumped completely over a guy to basically, 180, get on the backside of him, and he just magically instantly turned with me when I jumped when he was in the middle of his attack, and the hit connected. I was, it was just so mad. Like, how dare you try to, get creative with how you fight? Because the game's like, no, we can't let that happen. A lot of dead dudes here now. Yeah, see, there we go again. There's another audio dip. Wonder if it's just a hiccup what we're having with this today. Not really too sure. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, I mean, I may say what I say about the game, but that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not having fun with it, because I am. I mean, I wouldn't have bought the game if I didn't like the series or whatever, but it's kind of like, okay, like, everybody want another hot take? Alright, fine, I'll give you a hot take. I think The Last of Us is overrated. Sorry. And the second one, from a story standpoint, I hate it. And it's not even the whole, like, bits of the story that everyone always talks about. I won't spoil it for those right now who haven't played it yet. But the story of that game is trash because it's got nothing to do with the actual points of the plot. It's how the plot even unfolds is what I hate. Plot unfolds because there's too many plot contrivances that puts characters in situations that they otherwise would not have put themselves in. So it's like characters are doing things in the game because the plot needs them to do the things in the game. It's not that the characters are acting on their own accord and because of who they are as people is what got them into this situation. It's like, no. The game just needed this stuff to happen, so it's like they're just marionettes, you know? They're not acting under their own agency like people. They're acting like they have something controlling them and something needs to happen in order for the plot to move forward. And then on top of that, you know, in this whole second half of the game, the whole second half of Last of Us 2 is just infuriating given how it all unfolds in the first place. Like, the content of the story then is such that the second half of the game is just, you just don't want to do anything because you're like, I'm not even invested. Not even invested in what's happening, and on top of that, the stuff that happens in there is so implausible that you're just like, ugh. If you're trying to make a realistic, you know, grounded story, you take a lot of believability out of it when someone manages to develop a relationship as serious that they did in like 1.5 days. That took, you know, Joel and Ellie something along the lines of like, you know, months to a year. I guess just one complaint I have in terms of the unfolding of the plot, not necessarily the plot itself. But yeah, people who didn't like The Last of Us 2, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just like, I could go into a lot of detail about the bad writing in that game, like just really bad writing. And of course plot contrivances and stuff. Like I said, I can't really like go into it too much because I don't want to do any spoilers, but maybe one day I'll, you know, maybe one day, sometime soon or sometime after the Game Awards, maybe, I don't know. Is there really, like, is there a cutoff time? Is there a threshold to when it's like, yeah, it's okay to talk about spoilers and stuff? Because, you know, I had a couple of movies spoiled for me, you know, like not even a month after not even a month like after they came out, so, you know, that's why I never saw the new Terminator. Hell, like, even Last of Us 2 got spoiled for me, but I told myself, like, you know, the story mode, like, or the story does kind of suck, but maybe if it comes, maybe, or like the leaked stuff, right? I saw the leaks, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, oh, you know, maybe, you know, yeah, so far what I'm seeing is trash, but maybe the way it unfolds and once you have context, it would be good. And then the context, once you actually played the game, because I got the game for my birthday, I told myself I wasn't going to buy it because I pretty much had the story spoiled for me. And I told myself, no, I'm not going to buy it. Just, you know, it's like I like a lot of narrative-driven games, and I didn't like where the story was going with that, so I decided not to play it. But then I got it for my birthday, and so I got it, played it, and I just went, yeah, that was a waste of my time. I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy the story very much at all. Now, I will say this, though, when you beat it and you unlock the gameplay modifiers, running through that game with infinite ammo is a blast. Ellie with explosive arrows is dope. And that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, unfortunately, I feel like because of how political all the gaming journalism's gotten, Last of Us 2 is probably going to win Game of the Year, even though it's not deserving of it, in my opinion. I don't even think the gameplay is good enough to even warrant anything revolutionary. It's all politically driven due to the story and the representation aspect of the characters. And anybody who's you know, not a complete you know, ignoramus can totally see that, because like if you play Last of Us 2 versus like Uncharted 4, they handled almost the same, except there's stealth. You know, way more, how would I say it? There's more in-depth stealth mechanics to a degree, and I shouldn't even say more in-depth because there's nothing really that amazing. You crouch. You crouch, and of course they have the prone, and they have the jump, but I'm just sitting there going, well, Uncharted had tons of jumping, you know, and had gunplay, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, like Last of Us 2, the gameplay of Last of Us 2 isn't deep enough to warrant its runtime. Like the game can easily take maybe up to 30 hours to beat on your first go if you're going completely blind. And that game is way too long for its own good. The gameplay basically grows stale after like the first, you know, several hours, because once you do that, like once you go through the motions of the first few levels or missions, whatever you want to call it, or chapters, everything starts to feel the same. And it just stays that way. It just grows stagnant for like, another 20, 25 hours, depending on your play style, how fast you get through it. But that game is easily 20 to 30 hours. And the gameplay is not interesting enough to warrant a playtime that long. It's just not. Game is very overbloated, and I think half of it could have been cut out, in my opinion. But again, like I say, due to how politicized gaming journalism and journalism in general has gotten, that game is probably going to win at the Game Awards, and it was only nominated just because of the politics of all of it. And it's sad because, you got a game like Ghost of Tsushima where I think it's a weird comparison anyway that people are comparing Ghost of Tsushima to Last of Us 2. Maybe it's because it's a narrative-driven game as well, but they play nothing alike. And I say that as somebody who has not played Ghost of Tsushima, but I've seen enough gameplay videos, and I've done direct share plays with friends of mine who do have it, and it doesn't look anything like, they don't play the same, not even the same kind of game. So I don't understand the comparison. Maybe just because it's PS4 exclusives and they're narrative-driven, I don't know. But all I'm saying is that when it comes to representation and all that kind of junk, everyone's going to, all the journalists, they just drooled over Last of Us 2, and I'm just sitting here when it came to the critical reception of Ghost of Tsushima, even the Japanese have sat there and said, look, for a samurai game developed by a Western company, they nailed it. I can't remember what publication it was, but there was a Japanese publication that awarded that Ghost of Tsushima a perfect score, and they rarely ever do it. They sat there and said, look, a Western developer made a game about the samurai and they nailed it. How much, there's not really much of a higher compliment you can get than that, as far as I'm concerned. And the thing is, it's and the developer wasn't even ticking any boxes about representation. It was just an organic thing because it was the context of the whole game. Stuff wasn't just there for the sake of it being there so somebody could feel validated. It wasn't anything like that. It's no, it's a game about Japanese history. A dramatization of Japanese history. And everybody loved it. Imagine that. No stupid subversive agendas that you want to put in, or not necessarily even agendas, because even when you look at The Last of Us's writing, it doesn't even really do anything political at all. It may make a couple of comments here and there that I would argue just kind of subtly fly over the head. You could interpret it as a political commentary or a jab or not. It's kind of up to you at that point. And everybody thought that the one character was trans when it's really not. It's just a really buff chick. And I just think that does a lot of the critics of Last of Us 2 a disservice, because there were some people just piggybacked off of it and didn't actually play the game or research it, and they just assumed that character was a trans character, and it's not. There is a trans character in the game, but it's not that person. That person's just a really buff chick. So, but that's what I think is hilarious about it. There's so much misinformation out there, and people who just, try to piggyback off of a lot of things, and the hatred for Last of Us 2 is one of those things a lot of people try to piggyback off of. And people can either get success with it or not. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight, so I really don't care. But I just find it funny, because you got people who truly believe that the one character is a trans character when it really isn't. And they probably have never played the game, so they don't know that, so they will never learn that for themselves. Two Pearl Flame Shields. I wish I could sell the items, that's what I don't like about this. I can upgrade, sure, but why can't I get rid of, excuse me, why can't I get rid of this stuff? But yeah, sorry to go off on that tangent there about those games, because, there's just a lot of cool stuff in games. This year, despite the Game Awards and everything, everybody's game of the century seems to be Cyberpunk, and I'm at the point where I'm I just hope that game comes out. Now I love cyberpunk, like sci-fi. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite genre in fiction. One of anyway for sure. Um, and the whole world or the concept of cyberpunk is awesome to me. Like even though I haven't played every single game in the series, like I love the setting of Deus Ex. Like I love it. Um, uh, and Human Revolution, I personally enjoyed a lot. I didn't play Mankind Divided too much, and it's not because I didn't like it. It's just because that time in my life, I just didn't have enough time to sink that much into Deus Ex, like because it can require a lot of dedication, since it is an RPG and that kind of stuff. But I know I'm kind of aimlessly wandering around, but I don't really have any. I don't want to do anything major right now since I'm about to get off. So I'm just trying to keep it a little interesting by running around instead of sitting in a menu. Um, but yeah, what I was mentioning, Cyberpunk was because I was personally excited for the game. I didn't understand all the hype for it because nobody saw anything. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be the greatest game ever." Now, I like CD Projekt Red. I mean, I like The Witcher 2 and 3 a lot, especially 2. I played 2 more than 3 actually. Um, but that being said, again, I just don't jump on the circle jerks of all these game companies. Um, like, yes, I mean they do great work, but you got to understand, you still have to have an objective point of view when it comes to anything, even if it's from your favorite developer. Like, for example, Freddy Krueger is one of my favorite horror characters, right? Even I will sit there and tell you that all but maybe like three of the Freddy Krueger films suck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at least honest with myself about it. So as much as I like CD Projekt Red, I didn't know a single thing about Cyberpunk, so I wasn't going to sit there and just blindly worship this game and hype it up because we didn't see anything for it yet until, when, like last year or something like that. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. But I guess what I'm saying is just so much hype was built up for this game, and I almost wanted to say for no reason. And then they started putting out some gameplay, trickling out little by little, and while it did look cool, it really does. Like, the game does look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, it does. But I guess what I'm saying is that the hype has built up so much for this game that it's going to be its detriment. Like, that the hype of the game, it's like what I mentioned to a friend of mine, the hype is a chink in the armor of the game. It's going to work to its detriment rather than its benefit. And with the delays right now, it's going to make that even more, affirmative. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out, it'll probably be a good game, but it's not the second coming of Christ. I mean, that's about the best way I could describe it. I mean, I'll definitely pick it up and I'll play it, whenever I get time to. But I think the amount of hype that game got and how much like people were building this up, even the developer too, it's like, oh, we're not going to delay it, then they proceeded to delay it. They should have just scrapped the prior gen versions of the game and then just released next gen consoles, PC. Because they said the most recent delay until December was because they were still trying to optimize it for PS4, Xbox One. So clearly next gen versions are ready to go as well as the PC version. Or at least the PC version is for sure. Um, and because of that kind of stuff holding it back, people are gonna eventually give in, just be like, look, I'm done. Like, put all this faith in you, saying, oh, this is gonna come out and this is gonna be awesome, but there's that meme that the game's not going to come out until 2077. It's either put up or shut up with that game. And now I will say that game would definitely be in the running for Game of the Year as well at the Game Awards. But again, I think personally, with how political everything's gotten, just in everything, entertainment in general, like, and politics is in your sports now. With how political everything's gotten, they're most likely going to give it to Last of Us 2. Now, I hope to God I am wrong, because I'd be kind of upset if they gave it to Last of Us 2. The game is totally not deserving of it. The writing is like trash in that game, like for real. When Neil Druckmann is the writer of the first one, which was actually pretty, like it was solid. It was a solidly told story, even though I didn't think it was that like, it was not an amazing game, but it was a very well told story, and I enjoyed it. Like I played through Last of Us 1, more than once. I mean, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have played it multiple times. But again, it's one of those things. It's a good game, but it's overrated. Hate to say it, it just is. It's kind of like, as much as I do like the Soulsborne games, as much as I do like those, I think I think Bloodborne is great, but I think again I don't know, I think it's kind of an overrated game. Even though I do enjoy it a lot. It's my favorite FromSoft game for sure. It's like it doesn't blow me away. It's got solid melee combat. I love the whole thing with the sidearms, like the blunderbusses. The rally system is awesome. Regaining lost health in the middle of a fight. I love that stuff. Like there was facets of the gameplay that were truly like really engaging and fun about that. That's why it's my favorite FromSoft game. Sekiro was cool because that's the closest thing we're gonna have to new Tenchu in a long time. So that naturally has a leg up. But I love the soundtrack to Sekiro also. But anyway, I mean, but again, it's like I just hope people don't misinterpret what I'm saying. It's like I do enjoy these games quite a bit. I mean, if I do get, more updates come out for other FromSoft games, like if Bloodborne gets a 60 update, I'll definitely try it out. Just to see how much it's improved. I mean, I'd play through Bloodborne again just to see the art style. Like the art style is amazing in that game. It's impeccable. Like I'll give credit where it's due, and at the same time, people can jump on me all they want, but maybe these just aren't like the type of games for me. I don't know, but I do enjoy them. And I'll plow through it, deal with all the frustration, what have you. But it's like I'll put it this way: like people want to get an idea of like what games that really like blow my socks off. Like right now, my game of the year is Doom Eternal. That game was incredible from beginning to end. Total adrenaline rush, and I wasn't no slouch either. Like I played it on the hardest difficulty and beat it. Like that game was a freaking adrenaline rush. That was like that was like being on a cocaine bender on a Corvette Stingray going like 200 miles an hour to Vegas. Like that game was a freaking thrill ride from beginning to end. It was awesome. Definitely recommend anybody who likes shooters to play Doom Eternal. Fantastic game. People, how do I say it? It's kind of like, I would call it like a gamer's game. Like it doesn't bother factoring in realism, doesn't take itself overly seriously. Some of they've tried to build on the lore aspect of it for sure, so maybe you could say it's starting to take itself a little bit more seriously. But in terms of the gameplay, though, like it doesn't at all. Like it's a gamer's game. It's like the enemies on fire drop armor. Why? Video games. That's why. Don't question it. That kind of stuff. But it's just a ton of fun. The soundtracks, get your blood going, get your blood pumping. The weapons are really fun. The double barrel shotgun with that meat hook, that is one of the best weapons in an FPS ever. It's so fun. The pacing of it, all the platforming elements that really make you utilize every square inch of a battle arena whenever you're fighting waves of enemies and going on to the next spot. Like it's just it's just an extremely well thought out game, and it's just like a blast. Like it was one of the last times in a while that I've like just had flat out fun playing a video game. It's a badass game. Now, another game I really enjoyed that was a lot of fun. Now, I got burnt out on it, but that's kind of my fault, was Spider-Man on the PS4. I bought it last year, and I didn't get a chance to finish it until, like, just about a month ago. I enjoyed the snot out of that game. I thought it was easy, but it was really fun though, nonetheless. Like I had a really good time playing that game. Um, I don't love it. Like I don't love it as much as a ton of other people do. But I think that's because I have superhero fatigue. But on its own, though, it really is a fun game. Story mode's cool. Combat's engaging. Reminds me of Arkham. Like it doesn't do anything particularly new, even though swinging around the city on the web is dope. Though it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I play a lot of different types of stuff. I like shooters, I like strategy games, I like RPGs like this. I do like narrative games too. Like, I think the Telltale games are sometimes a little bit boring, but I also think the Telltale games are misleading with their narrative stuff because I could go into hours long discussion about how I've made choices in Telltale games and they don't carry over. Uh, but that's neither here nor there. Like puzzle games, like horror games, like Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises ever, and I'm not one of, and now I will go on record saying this, people are going to hate me. I think Resident Evil 4 is overrated. I think Resident Evil game, I think it's not even really it's a decent third person shooter, but it's not a good Resident Evil game. Um, what's hilarious is that they basically put Resident Evil 4 controls on Resident Evils 2 and 3, and RE2 gets all the praise and RE3 remake doesn't, which doesn't make any sense to me. They play exactly the same. They play exactly the same, and I implore people who never played the original RE3 to go play it before they play the remake of RE3, and they'll be able to see, I mean, hell, even do it with original RE2 as well, if you can get your hands on, because the criticisms of RE3 don't make any sense, or of RE3 remake. I mean, well, I'll take that back. I mean, I suppose there is some, weight to the argument, but it's just that I think it's the most unfairly criticized Resident Evil game, because it completely reimagines the original, like entirely. Some bits of the narrative are changed, and you either like those changes or you don't. But people complained about the gameplay in terms of saying like, oh, Nemesis was scripted in the remake, but he chased you everywhere in the original. That is just such a how would I say it? It's such a misrepresentation of the truth. Nemesis was scripted in the original. He would show up in scripted spots, and you had to. He showed up in scripted spots, and and if you downed him, he was gone. He was gone all the way up until the next scripted sequence. And he would show up again. So everyone who tells you that, oh, it features this enemy, but he's never in it or whatever. It's like these people don't you're easily able to tell who played the original and who didn't whenever you hear them say that, because I played through the original RE3 a couple months before the remake came out, and I remember you get to the police station. Nemesis shows up, kills Brad. He chases you, or you fight him outside the police station, and then he's gone. And then if you make your way through the police station, he shows up again. If you down him, he's gone. And then if you meet up with Carlos at the diner, he shows up. And if you down him, he's gone for a while. Then he shows up in the little hedge maze at City Hall. And then if you meet him there, he's gone again until the trolley car sequence, if I'm not mistaken. And then you fight him in the courtyard of the clock tower. And then after that, you don't fight him again until you get to the factory at the end of the game. So I guess what I'm saying is that every time you encounter Nemesis in the original RE3, if you down him, you don't see him again for a while. And everybody complained about Nemesis in the remake feeling scripted, and it just doesn't make any sense to me because it's structured almost exactly the same. Obviously, there's bits of, the environment that aren't there anymore. Like the clock tower's not in the remake, for example. It's a prop for a boss fight, but you don't actually go in it. But but again, it's just there's story context in the remake that make the changes from the original make sense. Like, for example, the clock tower gets cut. Well, clock tower is in the original game because you got on a trolley car and the train crashes near there. So yeah, you're stranded. You got to find your way out and come up with another plan to leave the city. Whereas in remake, you're on a subway car and it takes you to a place. Like the soldiers weren't rendezvousing at the clock tower like they were in the original, so there's no reason to go there. Like, I'm just looking at it from an objective point of view. It's like, as much as, yes, would it be cool if that was there and you went in it? Sure, but it's just like, you can't look at it through the rose-colored glasses and the nostalgia of the original. You have to just look at it for what you got, and that's the problem. So many people wanted like a one-to-one remake of the original game, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, while that is cool, and I totally understand that, if I wanted that, I'd just go play the original game. Like, that's why I have a lot of respect for Bluepoint with this, because they just did a one-to-one remake of this game, and they made no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, what's cool is that that's what everybody wanted, or that's what a lot of people wanted, and they're okay with that. Me personally, I wouldn't mind if they made a couple of changes here or there, or added new areas, or whatever. I mean, I think they said they added new animations and stuff. But I mean, again, that's, like I said, that's neither here nor there. But anyways, like with the Resident Evil remake, it's just, I mean, it's made some changes. Okay, so the purpose of the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 were supposed to be reimaginings of the original games. Like, RE3 did a heck of a job doing a reimagining of all of it, and it gets crapped on. It's like, cut content and scripted enemies or whatever. I'm just going, okay, I just mentioned how Nemesis is scripted in the original, and people are lying through their teeth when they're saying that he wasn't. And then, of course, when it comes to cut content and stuff like that, Resident Evil's always short. So if you found yourself beating the game very quickly, the game was linear and you didn't get lost. It's just that simple. Usually the environments are very labyrinthian, or they have items scattered all over the place, and you have to figure out where they go. And if you can remember where you're going, you don't get lost. You get through an area way faster. The progression is there. Like, I beat my record for Resident Evil 2, I've beaten it in less than 2 hours. My first run-through of the RE3 remake, or I'm sorry, my first run-through of the RE2 remake took me something like 8 to 10 hours. And that was because I was going through every nook and cranny, and I was being attacked by nostalgia. But then, by the time I platinumed that game, I was beating that game in like an hour and a half. So, it's always short. Like, those games are always short. So I don't want to hear anybody complain about the length. And then one thing the RE3 remake actually does better. There's a couple of things the RE3 remake does better than the RE2 remake. And it's not that, like, don't misunderstand me either. Original Resident Evil 2 is my favorite PS1 game other than Metal Gear Solid 1. Resident Evil 2 remake, for some reason, is very absent on lore and stuff. Like, I'll just give you an example. Like, in Resident Evil 3 remake, when you get to the lab there, like, there are documents laying around everywhere telling you what Umbrella's up to. You're seeing you're seeing creatures being housed in chambers. Like, it looks like a lab where Umbrella personnel are working on monsters. In Resident Evil 2 remake, you go to a lab, you see some very nice sophisticated looking equipment and stuff, but then you just see a gigantic room with a bunch of gigantic greenhouse with some plants. And then when you go to the room to get the virus out right before you fight Birkin, there's just like one or two little, capsules with, some weird looking, experiments in it. And that's like all you really see. There's nothing, like, you'd sit there and just go, like, where's the spectacle of this laboratory, And then in RE3 remake, they do that, You go in there, it's expansive. There's all these capsules holding, like, the hunter monsters. And and again, there's documents everywhere telling you what Umbrella's up to. Like, oh, this is these new projects we're making. This is this new thing we're making, and you know, like these are the people that are in our pockets. Blah blah blah. There's just there was so much done in that RE3 remake that just gets glossed over so much, and it just sucks. Like, I think that game is easily just as good as the RE2 remake was. I could talk about that forever too. But anyway, I know I'm kind of been ranting and raving, not really playing, so I'm sorry if I bored all of you. Um, but anyway, I've been streaming intermittently. I don't really have a set schedule. I'm just trying this out. I'm showing the gameplay off to my friends who do not have it, and we um, can't do share plays on PlayStation app because I guess the platforms don't talk to each other. Because otherwise, I wouldn't even be doing this. Um, but if you guys are interested in hearing more of my rant and raving, then by all means, thought about putting a little bit more effort into a channel and trying to talk about basically anything. I mean, I'm really big into the current events. I love talking politics. I love talking entertainment. I love video games, obviously. So maybe this will grow into something else. I don't know yet, but if anybody who's stumbled upon this video, appreciate you listening, and I'll catch you next time. You guys take care.